Thank you very much for that introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. I too am having a bit of an issue with bandwidth, so I hope you're able to hear me and I hope you're able to see the screen. As mentioned, I'm Aidan Hawes. I'm Head of Commercial Development at vLex Justis. And I want to spend the next 10 minutes as sort of the sandwich filler to the educational talks, talking you through what has happened since vLex and Justis collided. We were acquired back in March of 2019. So I'd love to be with you all up in Harrogate, but I'm very grateful to be given the opportunity to speak today. But I want to take you all back to June 2019, where I had my first interaction with a set of headphones and BIALL during the break time silent disco, where I talked then as part of Justis, a vLex company. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, or those of you who have been confused at any point during the past 15 months as to who vLex and who vLex Justis are, I just want to give you a bit of an update. So vLex were founded in 1998 by brothers Luis and Angel Faust. They have 150 employees and a European headquarters in Barcelona and a global headquarters in Miami. Like Justis, vLex specialize in the digital dissemination of legal materials, specifically, however, focusing on civil law jurisdictions, covering over 100 jurisdictions themselves, with a collection of over 90 million documents. So who are Justis, of course, and why did vLex find the necessity to acquire them as part of their global collection? So with Justis on board, we're now a global company or family of 180 employees, adding the base of London to the portfolio of offices. We focus on civil law and common law, and we now cover over 130 jurisdictions of content coverage, over 100 million documents, and the addition of the team at vLex Justis means that we now have dedicated teams of data scientists, editorial staff, and developers to focus on extracting all the core information that we can from over those 100 million documents. So who are vLex Justis, I hear you ask? So vLex Justis are essentially the new trading name of Justis Publishing Limited. It is exactly the same team as prior acquisition, led by the ever-present Managing Director, Masood Garami. And we act as the commercial support team to the English-speaking world. So not just our friends here at BIALL, but also Canada, Australia, Asia, the Caribbean, et cetera, et cetera. And we act as the global innovation hub for vLex as a global company. So once the initial teething issues of combining companies post-acquisition was out of the way, we were able to release our first content set to the market in September of 2019, which was the Maritime Law Book. Now, this collection was added to Justis One and is a Canadian reported series. It's an archive that stretches from 1969 to 2016 and covers just over 300,000 documents. The series was acquired initially in 2016 by Compass, who eventually became part of vLex themselves, and subsequently vLex Canada, meaning that we were able to install that content straight onto our service alongside all the other common law data that's available. In September of 2019, we also reintroduced our student representative program. It was a pilot year solely in the UK with 4 universities taking part. And after a very successful first year, I'm pleased to say that we'll be expanding that out to Ireland and the USA for the coming semesters. Meaning that students and librarians can work alongside each other to ensure that everybody is getting the most from their content. Moving on into October 2019, and less of an online change, but more of a physical change, was the move from our previous offices to the new London vLex Justis Innovation Hub. It was also an exciting time as we fully developed our dedicated R&D team, research and development team. The core focus of the research and development team is to focus on client-led development of our online services, but also to work alongside commercial partners and law firms to focus on bespoke projects. The team is headed up by our head of product and BIALL speaker, Robin Chesterman, our CTO, Angel Faust, and research and development coordinator, Rose Higgins. I'm very pleased to say that we've recently just released our latest bespoke project, and we will be working with Mishcon Derea in the coming months to release different projects that we hope will be exceptionally beneficial, not only for them, but for the wider market. Moving through to March 2020 and the release of our new flagship service, vLex Justis. Now, many of our customers on the service who are on Justis 1 may be taking in a deep breath here, as they recently migrated to the new service of Justis 1 in 2016. vLex Justis will sit alongside Justis 1, and there was a lot of internal thinking as to whether we release the service to the UK and Irish markets as early as we did. The advantage of the vLex Justis service is that we are able now to place both primary and secondary materials alongside each other on one service, something that is unavailable on the Justis 1 platform. What it also enables us to do is to integrate all of the vLex content alongside Justis, meaning that you are able to access over 130 jurisdictions worth of content on one platform itself. vLex Justis is built from the vLex database, but as you'll be able to see from this screenshot, for people familiar with Justis 1, JustCite, or any of our previous services, you will notice that a lot of the fan favorites of the technology that we implement on case law are still available on the vLex Justis platform, including the precedent map, our citations and sources section, which now links over to over 120 different online services, and case relationship information such as cited authorities and the cited in feature. Moving into April 2020 and the release of our next content service, where we released the first iteration of our UK docket service. Housed on the vLex Justis platform, it contains Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, and High Court dockets from the UK. The Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal come as standard within the UK core on vLex Justis, and the High Court can be purchased as a separate bolt-on. It is fully searchable. You can create alerts on new dockets being released or the update of existing alerts. And the second iteration, which is being worked on internally at the moment, means that we will be able to link the litigation itself with the document through our popular appellate history feature. Moving on to June 2020, to this month itself, and it was the release of Vincent AI to the UK market. Vincent AI is available in 18 jurisdictions, and the next jurisdiction for release is the Irish market. Essentially, Vincent AI is a virtual assistant that works alongside the other technology implemented on vLex Justis, the platform. What it does is it searches across any of the documents that you are looking at to discover insight and show you relationships between that document and any of the others among the 100 million available on the service, whether directly or indirectly related. What you can also do is upload your own documents from your own internal knowledge base onto the service and enable Vincent to work alongside the technology to extract core information from there. So the document itself doesn't need to be part of our collection at vLex Justis. It can be something you have developed internally and written internally, and you can still implement the technology on there as well. So very briefly, obviously, it's been a very exciting 15 months. What we hope is that we can continue to produce exciting developments moving forward. And I'm pleased to say that the next content developments that we are working on for imminent release are the next core of content for the common law jurisdiction, so the Southeast Asia core, which contains over 100,000 judgments from Hong Kong, Singapore, and Malaysia, will be available in the coming months. As will two law report series, part of an exclusive agreement between vLex Justis and Bloomsbury, which will see the Irish tax reports and the UK series, the family court reports, be made available on the vLex Justis platform. We're also in the process of bolstering the United Kingdom core by updating our collection of Scottish and Northern Irish judgments. Finally, in regards to technology, we're focusing on further development of technological features, including the release of vLex Drive, which is an integration currently with Dropbox and OneDrive, which enables Vincent, the AI software, to search across documents that you select and upload to a particular Dropbox folder so that we can enrich your own content both on and off the vLex Justice service. Thank you very much. That's all I wanted to cover within my brief period of time. I'm well aware that this is a commercial talk amongst some great other speakers. So thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you all at BIALL 2021. And thank you for your continued support of vLex Justice. Take care, everybody.